Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ganesh. So today we try to discuss about the fifth normal form. Okay. In the last class, we are discussing about the fourth normal form. I hope my voice is audible to everyone. Is it right or not? So may I continue my session now? May I continue my session? Now I try to share my screen also. So whether it is visible to you or not, please try to respond through chat box. Is it my voice is audible and is it my screen is visible to you or not? Yeah, one of the person is giving me message. Yes. Okay. Now I continue my session now. Okay. In the last classes, we are discussing about so what is a normalization and what is a normal form. Okay. And what are the uses of normalization and how we are performing the normalization. What is a decomposition and when we are performing the decomposition, which type of rules to be we are followed. So just I try to revise. So what is a normal form? So normalization is a process of break down the larger table into the smaller tables. So that procedure can be also referred as a decomposition also. Okay. Why we are performing the decomposition means nothing but reducing the occurrence of redundant data into the DBMS. Okay. So when we are allowing the redundant data in the database, it will be creates a lot of problems. Those are insertion anomalies, updation anomalies, and insertion anomalies, deletion anomalies. Okay. So that means we are not able to perform our required operation in the efficient type of way. And at the same time, it will be creating the problem inconsistency. So that means we are not able to delete our required records and we are not able to update our required records. Okay, so at a time more than one operation will be performed. So this will be leads to the one of the inconsistency problem. And here another thing is we try to reduce the occurrence of redundancy by using the decomposition or normalization. Okay, in the case of normalization, we are consider different types of normal forms. Am I right or not? So we are consider different types of normal forms. Those are so first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, BCNF, 4NF, 5NF. Okay, so in the last classes we are already discussing about from first normal form to the fourth normal form. Okay, so first of all, what is a first normal form? So in the case of first normal form, we are eliminating the multiple values. So if the multiple values are assigned to the single attribute, so those type of assignment assigning the values. So those are so nothing but the type of the thing will be restricted in the case of first normal form. And another thing, not accepting the null values, and each and every value should be atomic, and it maintains the primary key also. So these are the rules for first normal form. Okay, in the case of second normal form, so what is the second normal form? So second normal form means nothing but every non-key attribute fully functionally dependent on any key of the relation. So that means here in any relation we are consider two types of attributes. So one is the prime attribute and another one is the non-prime attribute. What is the meaning of prime attribute? So prime attribute or key attribute, okay, or primary key. So all these are the same thing. So that means that attribute will be used for to identify the remaining attributes, uniquely identifies the remaining attributes in a table. Okay, so that can be also referred as a key also. So that prime attribute or key attribute, so or key. So all these are the same. Okay, here so every non-prime attribute fully functionally dependent on. So that means so whatever it may be the non-prime attributes are in the relation. So those are functionally dependent on key or maybe the primary key. Okay, so but here the problem is so that is not accepting the partial functional dependencies. So that means in the case of second normal form we are eliminating the partial functional dependencies. Here I'm writing about that. So in the case of second normal form, PA, arrow and PA. So what it means, prime attribute determines non-prime attribute, but should not occur the case subset of prime attribute determines non-prime attribute. Okay, I hope clear. Okay, so next the type of the thing will be referred as a partial functional dependency. Those type of occurrences are removed from the second normal form. Okay, in the exam point of view, in some type of situations may be giving some set of dependencies and asking which type of normal form it is. Okay, and what about the third normal form? So third normal form means nothing but eliminates the transitive dependency. What is the meaning of transitive dependency? For example, we already know about this transitive rule. So if A derives B and B derives C, then automatically A derives C. So if that situation is occurred, so that can be referred as a transitive dependency. In other words, here, so one non-prime attribute determines another non-prime attribute. So that is can be mentioned here. So NPA arrow NPA. So what is the meaning of NPA here? Non-prime attribute. So for example, we have consider the some table here. For example, student table, student number, student name, and the student address, student city, student state. Okay, and student pin code. So for example, we are considered like that. Student number is the primary key. Then remaining attributes will be treated as the non-prime attributes. But here the problem is by using pin code, we are able to identify what is the district and what is the state and what is the city and what is the address also. So that means so pin code is also one of the non-prime attribute, and city is also one of the non-prime attribute, and district is also one of the non-prime attribute. So that means here the problem is not determines the non-prime attribute by prime attribute. Now one non-prime attribute determines another non-prime attribute. So that's why so that type of dependencies will be removed from the third normal form. So that can be referred as a transitive dependency. And another thing is the BCNF. It is the higher version of third normal form. This can be also referred as 3.5 normal form. Okay, so that means here the up to now we are seeing one prime attribute determines non-prime attribute. So maybe the non-prime attribute determines non-prime attribute. Now one non-prime attribute determines the prime attribute. So that means so one non-prime attribute determines the key or subset of key. So that type of dependency will be referred as a trivial functional dependency. So I am repeating number of times. So in the exam point of view, asking about different types of functional dependencies. So first of all, what is a functional dependency? Next, what is a fully functional dependency? Next, what is a partial functional dependency? Next, transitive dependency. Next, trivial functional dependency. Okay, so this type, if this case is occurred, so what it means, one non-prime attribute determines prime attribute. So that type, that case is occurred, so that type of the thing will be referred as a trivial functional dependency. So those type of functional dependencies are removed from the relation. So that can be referred as a BCNF. So most of the chances asking one question. So what are the differences between 3NF and BCNF? Almost these two are equal. Okay, but BCNF is stricter than the 3NF. Okay, and another one is the fourth NF. In the last class also we are discussing about that. That is eliminates the multi-value dependency. So that means so most of the rows. So one attribute associated with the more than one attributes. Okay. So in the last class we are already seeing about that. So now we try to discuss about the fourth normal form. So what is a fourth normal form? Satisfy the BCNF. What is the meaning of BCNF? Full form boy squared normal form. Okay. So what is the rule for BCNF? One should not occur the case one non-prime attribute determines subset of the attribute or maybe the key attribute. Okay, a relation may not contain more than one multi-value attribute. So this is the rule for fourth normal form. Okay, now if you see the example, so here the example is also most important. Okay, you please try to remember each and every normal form with one example. Okay, so simply we are easily remember all these topics. So in the case of second normal form, so non-prime attributes should be determined by the prime attribute and should not use the subset of prime attribute for defining the for determining the non-prime attribute. In the case of third normal form, one non-prime attribute should not determine another non-prime attribute. In the case of BCNF, should not occur the case one non-prime attribute determines the another prime attribute or maybe the subset of the prime attribute. So what it means in the case of BCNF, if it is determines one attribute, so that that particular key attribute will be should be a super key. Okay, otherwise that is not accepted. So if for example, if we are considered A implies B, A is a super key. Okay, so that is the rule for BCNF. In the case of fourth NF also should be satisfying the BCNF first, and next here not occur the case of multi-value attribute. If you observe the example here, so 10 CS running. So here we are consider the three things. So those are student ID, subject, and activity. Okay, here the one student can select more than one subject, and the same student can able to perform some other activity. For example, if you observe here, student ID is 10 and the subject is, for example, cyber security, CS. Okay, and he is doing some activity, so that is running. Okay, next the same student selecting another subject, that is CN. So next he is doing some other activity, so that is jogging. So now if you observe the same student selecting the same subject, but here activity is different, that is jogging. So again the same subject and the same student will be perform some other activity, so that is running. So now we are considering another one. So if we are consider like this, for example, if we are not able to uniquely identify the data here. So that's why definitely we will be considered these three things will be treated as the primary key. Am I right? For example, if you want to display the table is like this. For example, the table name is student. So select star from student. Okay, where SID equal to 10. Then what's the output? So definitely four tuples will be displayed. Why? Because here the same attribute will be associated with the more than one attribute. In the same way, for example, select star from student where subject equal to CS. Then also here appears more than one tuple. So in the same way, jogging. In the same way, running. So in the same way, subject. So that means here this type of assignment will be referred as a multi-value dependency, and that can be referred as MVD. And the symbol is, in the case of functional dependency, we are using single arrow. Here we are using double arrow. If you are observing here, SID double arrow subject. So what it means, subject is multi-value dependent on SID. So the same subject is based upon the more than one subject is based upon the SID. Am I right or not? So that means the same student having so more than one subject. Okay, at the same time activity. So activity is also ID is same, but activity is different. For example, be removed by using decomposition. Am I right? How we are performing the decomposition. So if you observe here, so I'm dividing into the two tables. So that is one SID and subject, and another one SID and activity. Okay, so in that manner I am dividing this table. Then it will be appear like this. So that means SID subject, SID activity. So now if you observe here, 10 CS, 10 CN, 11 CN. Only three rows are enough to represent the all tuples in a table. In the same way, SID activity as 10 running, 10 jogging, 11 running. So in this manner, we are eliminating the multi-functional dependency. Okay, so exam point of view, this is very important. Okay, please try to remember all these things. Okay, so now to try to discuss about the fifth normal form. So obviously, you already know about this. What is the fifth normal form? If it is said to be fifth normal form, first step is the fourth normal form. What is the next rule? So that is eliminates the joint dependency. So what is the joint dependency? So joint dependency means, for example, if you are consider one table, so that table is divided into the some smaller tables. Okay. Now these smaller tables, if you want to combine these smaller tables into a larger table, then it will be should be forming the original table. So that means not exceeding the rows, at the same time not decreasing the rows. Okay, so that means should be forming the original table. Okay, so that type of the dependency will be referred as, if, for example, if that case is not occurred, so that can be referred as a joint dependency. Okay, I think all of the members able to understand. So that means here we are dividing the one larger table into some smaller tables. Okay, now for example, if these smaller tables again we try to combine into the single one, so then it should be forming the original. So otherwise not occurring the problems. Okay, so this is the this type of dependency will be referred as a joint dependency. For example, if this case is not occurred, so that can be referred as a joint dependency. Okay, now just to try to see one example. So in the last class we are considering so one thing, so that is what is that. So here one table will be divided into the two tables. I'm right. So what are they? So here if you are observe the about table, so 10 CS, 10 CN, and 11 CN, and 10 running, and 10 jogging, and 11 running. For example, if we want to join the table, if we want to join the tables, so we already know about the join, how we are doing the join. So how we are doing the join here? For example, select star from, for example, one table name is S1 and another table name is S2. So you can consider like that. So, okay, select star from S1 and S2, where S1 dot SID equal to S2 dot SID. So then what happened? So first of all, S1 dot SID equal to S2 dot SID. So what is the S1 dot SID in the first case? 10. Okay. Next, in the case of S2 dot SID, also 10. So then 10 CS running. So that will be forming one row. Okay. So that will be noted in the below the page. Please observe this. So 10 CS running. Okay. So here I'm note down that. Okay. So now please observe. So another thing. So again, S1 dot SID equal to S2 dot SID. Am I right? So 10 here 10 is also matched with another one. So that is 10 CS jogging. Okay. Next here the same ID is not there. So again we try to using with the second tuple. So 10 10. So 10 CN running. Okay, and another one is 10 CN jogging. Okay, so in this type of here 4 rows are formed, and the what about the last one? 11 CN 11 running. So that means 11 CN running. So that means the original table here forming. So when we are dividing into the two tables, okay, again if we want to join into the single table, then we are usually forming the original table. Okay, so if you are not able to join this, so that type of the problem will be referred as a join dependency. Okay, so that means so by using fifth normal form, we are able to eliminating the join dependency. So now I try to revise each and every normal form once again. So please try to observe once. So in the case of first normal form, we are removing multiple values and null values. Okay, in the case of second normal form, we are eliminating the partial functional dependency. In the case of third normal form, we are eliminates the transitive dependency. In the case of Boy's code normal form, eliminates the trivial functional dependency. So what is the meaning of trivial functional dependency? For example, if key attribute is determined by another non-key attribute, so that type of the thing will be referred as a trivial functional dependency. Those type of occurrences will be removed from the BCNF. And another thing, if X implies Y, so definitely X will be the super key, otherwise that is not accepted. So that is not able to determine another attribute. So that is the main rule of Boy's code normal form. In the case of fourth normal form, eliminate the multifunctional dependency, multi-value dependency. So what it means, the same attribute will be related to the more than one attribute. Okay, for example, in the last example, we are observing that. So that is the same student ID match with the more than one subject. 10 CS running, 10 CS jogging, 10 CN jogging, 10 CN running. So that means the same ID, but it will be vary the some other attributes. So that means here we are not able to uniquely identify the data from the database. So that database, that type of the problems will be referred as a multi-value dependency. Okay, so those are eliminated in the fourth normal form. In the case of fifth normal form, whatever it may be, we are break down the smaller tables. If you are combine those tables again, so if these are forming the original table, so that is okay. So if in some type of situations we are not able to forming the original table, so that type of the thing will be referred as a joint dependency. Okay, so these type of dependencies are removed from the fifth normal form. Okay, in this type of way we are considering the some set of normal forms to avoid the redundant data in the database. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood this. Okay, we try to practice one example today. Okay, so that example will be used to find out the keys. So I hope all of the members able to understood. So what I am saying up to now, I'm right or not? So is it right? Okay, may I continue the examples now? So please respond through anyone chat box. If you're having any type of the problem, I will try to repeat the particular normal form. Okay, I will try to give one work also. So in the last class also I'm saying about that. When you attend the class, please try to stay with one book and one pen. Okay, today I will try to give the one question. Okay, so that is nothing but find the candidate key. Okay, find the candidate key. So I will try to continue the session now. Okay, please try to observe here. So find the candidate key. Find the candidate key. For example, maybe the question is like this. Okay, find the candidate key. Okay, and next, so what we are considering here, so I'm considering one relation, so that is R of A, B, C, D. Okay, in the exam point of view also giving in this manner. Okay, for example, here mention some following functional dependencies are there. Following functional dependencies. Okay, so that means now the task is we try to find out the what is a candidate key. I will give you this task, please try to do this. Okay, so for example, so I'm considering the ABCD. So now, so BC to A, one of the functional dependency, and another one is AD to B, and another one is CD to B, and another one is AC to D. Okay, so if you observe here, I'm giving some set of functional dependencies. So now what I'm asking is, so what is the candidate key? So which type of key will be treated as the key attribute for to this? So can you able to understood this? So by using BC, okay, here I'm not asking the question, so which normal form it is. I'm asking what are the candidate keys? What are the possible set of candidate keys? So can you find out the candidate keys? So how we can find out the candidate key now? How we can find out the candidate key? For example, if the question is asking in this in the same manner, in the exam point of view also, then how to we are write the answer? So here the problem is, so one relation is considered. So in that, so consider the four tuples. So the four columns. So those are A, B, C, D. And here consider some set of functional dependencies. If we know the BC, we can find out the A. If you know the AD, we can find out the B. By using CD also, we can find out the B. By using AC, we can find out the D. But we can't find out all attributes by using any one thing. So at this time of situation, we are based upon to the closures. So what is the meaning of closure means? By using so more than one attribute. So for example, if you know the BC, if you are using BC, so then find out the A, am right? So at the same time, by using, for example, if we are giving C2 something, then we can combine that. So now we try to see how we are using the closure. Okay, in the next class we try to discuss about the rules. So which type of rules are used here? So for example, so at this time of situation, how to find out the key? Okay, how to find out the key? Here the first of all, we are verify which attribute or what attribute, okay, is not mentioned. What attribute is not mentioned at the right side, of the functional dependencies. Okay, so first of all, we try to find out so which one is not mentioned at the right side. So if you observe here, so what are the functional dependencies here? So BC to A, AD to B, CD to B, AC to D. So what are the right side? So A, D, B. So that means C is not mentioned. Am I right? So C is not mentioned. So attribute C is not mentioned. So this will be treated as the key attribute. Okay, but so this is not able to just only this is the one of the way to find out the key, but this is not an exact answer. So then how we can find out this? So by using C, so we try to combine with one. So for example, if you are observe here, so by using C closure, so which type of attributes are we are able to determine? So nothing. Why? Because here we are not giving any one of the functional dependency like that. So we are not mentioned by using C, but we are mentioned BC to A. Am I right? So BC to A. So by using BC. By using BC, okay. So that means here I will try to combine these two attributes. So by using BC, so which type of attributes I'm able to find out this? So I'm able to find out this here. So by using BC, I'm able to find out the B, C, and at the same time, so BC to A. I'm right. So A. Okay, but A is also not consider anyone. I'm right or not? So here, which one will be treated as the? Which one will be treated as the? Okay, if you observe here, so by using BC, we can find out B, C, A. Okay, if you are using A and C, okay, if you are using A and C, so what is the meaning of closure? So here we are providing the relation between these two attributes. By using these attributes, we can identify another one. Okay, so that means by using AC, so we are already using the BC now. So that means we are able to find out B and we are able to find out C. And by using BC, we can able to find out the A also. Now by using AC, we can find out the D. Am I right or not? So that's why here we try to mention the D also. So that means BC is the one of the candidate key. Okay, now we try to see remaining one also. So here now we try to consider another one. For example, so what are the combinations with the C? Okay, what are the combinations with the C? So CD is also one of the closer. So now by using CD, so we can find out the C, we can find out the D, and we can find out by using CD to B. Am I right? So here, so that's why I try to write the B also. Okay, now by using so what is the next one? So by using B and C, we can find out the A. So this one we also treated as the candidate key. Okay, and another one. So what about the combination with the C AC? So AC combination. So this one we also find out the same thing. So A, C, D. So why? Because by using A and C, we can find out A, we can find out the C, and by using A and C, we can find out the D, and so by using AD, we can find out the B. So that means this is also one of the candidate key. So that means, so what is the answer for to this question? So these three are the candidate keys. Okay, I hope all of the members are able to understood this. So so that means first of all we try to identify which one is not mentioned at the right side. So that one will be treated as the candidate key. In some type of situations, maybe we are consider more than one candidate key. Okay, at the time of the situation, we can find out the candidate key in this manner. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood, and I will try to share this image into our group. Don't worry about this. Okay, if you having the possibility, please try to practice with me. Okay, please just wait here 1 minute. Okay, now I try to give one question for you. Please try to do this. Please try to do this. So that is find out candidate key. Find out candidate key. Find out candidate key and the table relation are having A, B, C, D, E, F, and functional dependencies are A to C and C to D and D to B and E to F. Okay, now find out, so what is the candidate key? Now find out what is the candidate key. So I hope all of the members are able to see the screen. I'm right. Okay, please try to observe now. So find out the candidate key. So R of A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So A to C, C to D, D to B, and E to F. So now find out what is the candidate key. So first you try to observe, so which one is not mentioned at the right side. So please try to observe. So whatever it may be the mentioned at the right side, those will be treated as the non-prime attributes. Am I right? Okay, which are at the left sides, those will be treated as the key. Okay, so that's why here first of all we try to find out which one is not yet mentioned at the right side. So we try to observe here. So C is there, D is there, B is there, F is there. Okay, now which one is not there? So A is not there. Am I right? So A is not there. Okay, B is there and C is there, D is there, but E is not mentioned. So E is not mentioned. Okay, so next F is there. So that means by using AE, so if we are find out all these attributes, so then so that can be referred as a candidate key. What is the meaning of candidate key? So by using one or more attributes to uniquely identifies the data from the database. Am I right? So that can be referred as a candidate key. So now we are doing the AE closer. Okay, AE closer. So what is the meaning of closer here? So by using these attributes, we try to find out remaining attributes. Okay, for example, so what we are get. So first of all, we are able to get A, and at the same time we are able to get E. Okay, so next by using A, we can find out the C. Am I right or not? So that's why you try to mention there. So in the same way, by using E, we can mention, we can find out the F. Okay, next please try to observe. So by using C, so we can find out the D. Am I right? So by using D, we can find out the B. So A, B, C, D, E, F. So that means all these attributes are find out by using the closure of AE. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood this. Okay, so may I try to give one question for to the next session? Can you find out? What are the candidate keys? So try to find out the candidate keys. So this is the homework for to you. Okay, better you try to do and for tomorrow session. Okay, so tomorrow means next session. Okay, so for example, find out the list of candidate keys. Find out the list of candidate keys. Okay, and now the question is R of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Okay. So next, what are the functional dependencies? So functional dependencies are CH2, G, and A2, BC, okay, B2, CFH, okay, and E2, A, and F2, EG. So now try to find out what are the list of possible candidate keys. Okay, if you know the answer, please try to send me your answers to my personal number. Okay, try to send those answers. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood what I'm saying today. So just to hear in the exam point of view, or maybe in the competitive exams, so maybe they're asking the questions in this type of way. So that means consider one relation and mention some set of functional dependencies, and now we try to find out what are the possible set of functional dependencies. Okay, so here the question is find out the candidate keys. So and the relationship having attributes A, B, C, D, F, G, H, and by using CH we can find out the G. By using A, B, C, by using B we can find out CFH, and by using E we can find out the A, and by using F we can find out the EZ. Okay, please try to do this for the next session. Okay, if you know about the answer, how many number of keys are there, so try to send me your answers to my WhatsApp number. Okay, may I end my session today now. So in this class we are already discussing about, so what is a what is a first normal form, what is a second normal form, what is a third normal form, and what is the Okay, what is the voice code normal form and what is a fourth normal form and what is a fifth normal form? At a time, just we are discussing some examples. So how to find out the candidate keys? Okay, so we try to do some more examples. So if you are practice these examples, then definitely you will get good marks in the exam point of view. At the same time, you are able to attempt so many questions in the competitive exams. Okay, so if you not understood any one of the thing here, so please try to contact me. Okay, or try to watch the videos. So I'm already uploading every day after the completion of my class. So please try to watch once. Okay, and you do the homework today also. So I'm giving some example. So better you try to so do in your own way. First of all, you try to find out which type of attributes are not mentioned at right side. So by using those type of keys, whether we are able to find out remaining attributes or not. Okay, if you are able to find out all attributes, so that will be treated as the candidate key. Simple. Okay, my session now, and I will try to share what I'm giving the examples today through notes. So that will be shared in the group. Don't worry about that. Okay. My session now. I think we are already completing the 15 unit also. Sorry, 14 unit. Just to try to we are completing the 4th unit, but uh, uh, I'm not interested to start the 15 unit now. So why? Because just to try to practice. Okay, some problem practice some problems and normal forms. Okay, for example, consider one relation. So which type of normal form it is? Okay, how to find out the candidate key? Okay, in this type of way, we try to do some more examples. So after that, we go for to the last unit. Okay, I'm not considering one topic in this unit. So I will try to complete the remaining topics in this unit. Okay, I will try to complete this unit after the within 2 or 3 classes. Okay, I will try to give this practice for only 2 or 3 classes. After that, I will start the 5th unit. Okay, if you're having any type of the problems, you can ask me. Okay, I'm already uh, I'm already post the material in the group also. Okay, but I'm not sharing this 4th unit. Why? Because I will try to reduce the material. So that's why I'm okay. So but you try to practice in your free times 1 to 3 units regularly. Why? Because those are the first syllabus, and I'm already giving the assignment. You try to submit the assignment within the dates. Okay. So you try to write the answers on the try to answers on the A4 sheet, and at each in every page you mention your roll number, okay, and your name, and those are take one photo, and all these are sent to my mail mganeshbabu84@gmail. Okay, so don't try to forget mention your roll number. Okay, okay, thank you, one and all. Take care, all of you.